I know you've been waiting patiently. You have been gagging for it. I know you have. Chat, it's time to break out the 20 millimeter again. And this time, Scott's taken out a fighter plane. He's putting, I think, the Lahti against a fighter plane. We ready, shots. For our final run, let's blow some shit up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scooter, and today we are going to be flying a fighter jet. I've been training my whole life for this, and I'm super excited. Let's go. Okay, everybody, we're taking off in 3, 2, 1.
There's no winning. We already got the winning. Oh, okay. Oh God. Okay, that head movement. Scooter? Why is her head bobbing really fucking quickly like that? Scooter, who's in that cockpit with you? Seriously. And Buffett Bastard, thank you for the follow. You know, Mike, Scott looked just confused.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and this here is my Lahti 20mm anti-tank gun. And today, I have a very tasty snack for it, a Polish fighter jet. So this is a Polish fighter jet. It's an Iskra TS-11, and I believe the last time this thing flew was in 2010, and then after that, I guess it was retired or somebody had a whoopsie. But now it is here in Kentucky, and today we're going to see just how bulletproof this thing is and what would happen when we blast it with a 20mm anti-tank gun. Now, the inside of this is actually still really cool. The glass actually opens.
Wow.
And as you can see in here, there's lots of gadgets and buttons and switches that I have no idea what they do.
Honestly, for as decommissioned as it is, the inside looks pretty good. Comparatively. And Freezer, thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. Yeah, Ryget, that's my suspicion too. Like, I know these things are supposed to be kind of bulletproof, but my guess is it's probably, I'm trying to remember when this plane was commissioned. I'm trying to remember what the standard caliber was for most fighter craft. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to remember if it was 20mm or less. Well, no, I'm talking about like the guns mounted on the birds. And no, I don't qualify the A-10. The A-10 I know is a 30mm, but the A-10's main gun was not designed for air-to-air combat. Was it? Yeah, 3mm? No, it couldn't be a 3mm Merlin. I think Victor may be right. It might have been 20 to 50 20 to 50. So, I mean, if this plane was designed to withstand standard aircraft cannons, maybe the 20mm, maybe the Lahti might be able to not penetrate. I mean, the A-10 had a lot more armor. The A-10's armor was built the fuck up for sure. But fighter jets, I think, did have at least some armor to protect them from the main guns on opposing fighter craft. At least to some degree. Obviously, you can't make an aircraft bulletproof because the amount of weight that would be added to the aircraft would be detrimental to its flight. But there would be, I think they would have had some kind of protection in terms of the outer skin. He did, Timothy. Let me back it up. He did say which one it was.
And then after that, I guess it was. I have a very tasty snack for it. A Polish fighter jet. So this is a Polish fighter jet. It's an Iskra TS-11, and I believe
Iskra TS-11. So no idea what kind of armoring it had, but regardless, even if it did have armoring, this thing has also had a couple of decades of waste and weathering that could have it has probably caused structural integrity issues with with the fuselage and the cockpit. Chances are the Lahti is probably going to punch through it. I don't have too much doubt that it will, but we'll see. Who knows? We've been surprised before.
See in here, there's lots of gadgets and buttons and switches that I have no.
Modern jets rely more on speed than armor. The skin is designed to keep it from breaking up at high speed. Bullet damage mitigation was not a factor in its construction.
And that's modern day. This bird, I'm pretty sure, is 20 to 30 years old, though. So the 20 or 30-year-old planes probably did. I'm thinking they may have actually tried to facilitate some kind of armoring on them before they decided, nope, we're just going to rely on speed as their quote-unquote armor to avoid getting hit in the first place. And so this one may have had at least a thin armored skin to it. Possibly.
No idea what they do. And then there's also a back seat, and there's also...
Notice, though, it also says this bird is experimental. I don't think Scott put this here. I'm thinking maybe this was an actual experiment.
all kinds of little buttons and whatnot back there. It is in rough shape, but it's going to serve its purpose for what we're going to do with it today.
You think so, Mama?
Well,
Could
we
be.
can't just have a fighter jet with nothing in it. And I figure since we have a zombie fighter jet, we should put a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso in it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, come on now. Feel it?
Oh, he's putting him in the Rio seat.
Little straps on him here. All right, I got his straps on there. Now we just got to put his helmet on. Sure. Oh man, this head's already melting.
Oh God.
Okay.
Hey chat, who does that remind you of? Anyone we know? Hey, Riptych! Where's Triptych? Is Cryptic in chat by chance?
We're ready to go. Let's get started. Okay, well, we're going to start out with something a lot smaller than 20 millimeter, but it also begins with a 2. This is a 22 long rifle, and I'll be using this
our way up. Okay.
Rough Rider. All right, here we go. First shot.
No penetration.
So it looks like a...
That impact knocked some debris clean from the interior. Oh.
So it looks like a fighter jet is indeed 22 long rifle proof. So up next, we're going to step it up to 9 millimeter. This is my Glock 19 COA, and this is actually the exact Glock 19 that we torture tested, and it is still running just fine. And I'll be loaded up with some 124 grain 9 mil Hydroshock. All right, here we go.
Okay, this is going to have the same penetration.
I think we may have put a hole in that.
Well, you caught it here, but this is arc. This is the intake, and it's arced up. I wonder if it so went to the top layer of the intake. I wonder if it went through, if this impact slowed or reduced the energy enough to go through the main fuselage. Hey. Oh, hang on. It may not have.
All right.
It may not have.
Appear that we put a hole in our jet with the 9mm. We've got a nice little hole right there. Okay, well, yeah, we got a little hole right there. But it looks like it missed him. So we're going to switch gears real quick. This is a Smith & Wesson 37mm launcher, and I have an animal control flashbang round. Let's fire this inside the cab of the jet and see what happens. I don't really know what scenario this would be, but I'm excited about it. Here we go.
God.
Oh!
Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
That looks like it was on the seats. Aye.
Oh, look at the smoke coming out of it.
Oh, cow.
Oh. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Oh. Oh.
Chat. Fountain.
Oh. Yeah, that don't look good. Yeah, there really was no purpose behind that other than I thought it would be hilarious, and I was correct.
It was.
So up next is going to be 45 ACP. I have a SIG 1911, and I'm loaded up with some 45 ACP 230 grain jacketed hollow points.
Oh, Alistair.
Oh!
You're hitting so hard it popped the canopy. God's caliber. Hell yes, it hit the bird so hard the canopy went, yeah, okay, I'm opening it. I'm opening. You don't have to tell me twice.
So as of right...
Hang on. Okay, let me see if I can see if I can see it go through here. I can't tell where it came through. I'm not seeing where it came through on this. Like, no, I know it missed the body. I'm looking for where it penetrates through the plane, because it went right there, so it should have come through about in here somewhere, and I'm not seeing where it punched through. You know, we're seeing this, but I can't see where it came through here. You think behind him? But I'm not, you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to see if, like, the exit hole. I'm not seeing the exit hole appearing anywhere. That's the thing. I'm looking for that, and I can't see it.
So as of right now, it's looking like that fighter...
Okay, I'm gonna go back and look. I'm obsessed with this. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with this. It's like right at his shoulder. Yeah, it's like right behind the shoulder, so it should be like right around here. I'm not seeing where the bullet punched through. It's possible if it hit here, this could have stopped it. It looks like, I'm wondering if it struck in this area, this is a thicker metal. And while the impact may have caused the canopy latches to release, it may not have actually punched through, and we're just seeing debris, you know, the impact blasting it off the, all this stuff off the side.
Right now, it's looking like that fighter jets are actually made out of pretty thin material. Who would have thought? So we hit right here, and oh, actually, there's actually some material right here that looks like it may have stopped or deflected that round. And Mr. Zombie looks okay. And there's no holes on the other side. I got a question for you. What is 20 divided by 2? The correct answer is 10 millimeter. This is a Nighthawk Custom 1911 chambered in 10 millimeter, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so excited to shoot it. I actually have not fired it yet.
That is a pretty looking gun.
And I'll be loaded up with some 10 millimeter 200 grain jacketed hollow points. All right, here we go. Woo!
Hey, chat. This is a big boy. I like it. Give me big boy. Indeed, yes. Yeah.
That.
Okay. Oh, that hit him. I'm thinking it came up under the lip. Yeah, that came out from down here somewhere. Yeah, we can't see it, but it definitely.
So it appears we hit
definitely got through
right here, and we definitely went through that. Let's take a look on the inside. Okay. So it does appear, if you look right here, it went into the zombie's arm, and then I guess it did make it somewhat into the zombie's cavity. And again, we do not have any holes on the other side of this jet. So up next, we're gonna step it up in a big way and use my favorite flavor of handgun, 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. And you may notice that it has an extra long grip. This is actually a double-handed 500 Magnum grip. This is made by
this is gonna blast through the thing
on this, but they sent me a custom Kentucky Ballistics double-handed grip. It's absolutely ridiculous. Big thank you to them. Now, I'm gonna be loaded up with some 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum 350 grain jacketed hollow points. Oh.
Good hit. Whack. Now that's a hole. We actually can see the hole on that one, chat. Right here. Come on, you. Oh. Yeah. Right there. Oh, boy, that blasted clean through. That was good.
So it looks like we have a fresh hole right there. Let's open this thing. There we go. And there's our hole. Oh, we blew through whatever this is. So it looks like we went through and we hit whatever this is, and it turned that 500 Magnum round to a bunch of shrapnel. And it hit the zombie torso, but doesn't look like he got hit with anything very big. So now we are going to move on to a shotgun, but this isn't your average shotgun. This is an Ithaca 10 gauge semi-automatic shotgun with a 13-inch barrel.
Oh, is he going slug?
Loaded up with some 10 gauge turkey shot and then some 10 gauge double-aught buck, and these are 3.5-inch shells, and the double-aught buck has 18 pellets.
I will admit, I'm surprised he's not going with a slug round. I would have fully expected, like, maybe go with buckshot for the first shot and then go with a slug round for the second one. This is surprising.
Let's do the turkey shot first, and I'm gonna actually aim for the glass this time. Here we go. Oh! Wow, they had stopped it.
Yeah, they did. That's some good glass.
Okay, well now let's go ahead and take a shot at the plane with the double-aught buck. Here we go. Oh!
Well, that worked. Oh, it's got some new holes.
Well, it looks like the cockpit glass or whatever this is, I guess it's Lexan maybe, it stopped the turkey shot. But the double-aught buck was a different story. We have a hole right
Yeah,
here,
double-aught buck
a
right
hole
through.
here, and we have several holes down here in the actual metal of the jet. Let's see what the inside looks like here. Definitely have some new holes. Still doesn't look like we went all the way through. And this dude, man, I guess he got hit in his side a little bit, but
I can't tell
don't see
from
any
this
kind of
angle.
green ooze or anything. So I would say, man,
If he got hit, it's
he's
minimally.
still looking pretty good. I'm sure that he's been hit with some stuff like that right there. That's a piece of the double-aught buck.
Oh, wow.
But as of right now, I mean, he really doesn't look that bad. And there are still no holes on the other side of this thing, and I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised. So now it is time to move on to just a couple rifles before we step it up to 20 millimeter. Up first is going to be the common 5.56. This is a Q Sugar Weasel, and I'm loaded up with some 60.
Okay. You know what rifle I'd love to see used on this one? I don't think Scott's going to use it. I want to see him fire the boombox running the 8.6 Blackout. We've seen what that thing can do. I would love to see what a boombox would do to this. I think out of all the rounds they've shot, I think the boombox has the best chance of a through and through for penetration on it. That might be I mean, we'll see how this one does. As of now, the boombox, because it has that really tight twist rate, well, let's see how this one does first.
2 grain TSX 5.56. Okay, here we go.
Okay, got the hole right there. Nice.
I'll be very curious if that hit him, because it seems like fighter jets are pretty good at deflecting bullets. So we hit right here, this tiny little hole. Let's see what happened. I've got something here. I think this may be it. Got this little mark right there, and I can see a little line going through the back.
Oh,
so we
but
do
no
have
what?
a tiny little bulge on the other side of this fighter jet. So it's looking like we went through, kind of scooted behind the zombie torso, and then stopped on the other side.
Oh,
So up
okay,
next
okay.
is going to be the AK-47. This is my AK-47 Vepr, and this thing is going to be
Ow.
loaded up with 1 round of 7.62 by 39 full metal jacket.
Okay,
Okay, here we go.
this might get through. Okay. Good pen.
Okay, let's check this out. I'm
That
actually
might have
starting to
bounced
have a pretty
around.
hard time finding where my new hole is, but I'm pretty sure that is it right there. And it looks like after all of these rounds, all of the pistol calibers, the shotgun, the AR, the AK-47, finally we have a hit. Let's open this thing up.
Okay,
And as you can see here, whoa,
got him.
we do have a hit. Yeah, right there. And we have lots of
Oh.
shrapnel as well. So that's
Nice.
very odd. So yeah, I hit. Where's that hole? Right there. So that makes sense. That's exactly where I was aiming. So we have a hit, but we did not make it all the way through the zombie
Not a
torso. Probably only about halfway.
Okay, I'm still of the opinion that I would like to see the boombox throw an 8.6 Blackout at this. The 2 holes. What are you talking about, Kaibo?
We definitely did.
2 hole. What do you mean there are 2 holes? There's only 1 hole from the 7.62. Yeah, Tanashi, that's in the chest. Well, that's what you're saying, Kaibo, is that there was also shrapnel. So one of those holes could have been from the shrapnel in addition to the round. So the round did hit, but then he said there's also a bunch of shrapnel, and that could have also facilitated a second hole, possibly. But yeah, I'm thinking I would, because that boombox, I'm thinking the boombox could clear it. I'm thinking that boombox could go through the outer skin, through the body, and through the other side. Because the level of penetration that boombox has is fucking disgusting. But I don't think Scott has a boombox, so unfortunately I don't think we're gonna get that.
Did not make it through the other side of the jet. I'm actually pretty surprised with our results today. I figured most of these rounds would have hit the zombie, but for some reason, the jet has been breaking up these rounds pretty well and causing them to deflect. So the time has finally come to break out the Lahti anti-tank gun. And if you do not know what this is, it is a Finnish 20mm anti-tank rifle that is 7
This one
foot
should
long,
be good.
weighs well over 100 pounds, is semi-automatic, and takes a 10-round mag. And the ammo that this thing uses is 20 by 138B.
Chat. I liked the shape of the 20mm. And shape, llama. Not just size. Shape, too. Avril, I'm not sure why the round is blue. God, I'm so wet right now. I mean, I'm not sure why the round itself is colored blue. I don't know if there was ever an explanation for it. It just is.
It's the same ammo that the Solarthorn uses, and these projectiles range anywhere from 1,500 grains to over 2,300 grains. Today's projectile is around 1,543.
Words are hard.
Today's projectile is going to be around 1,543 grains and is going to be screaming at upwards of 3,000 feet per second. So we got a round in our magazine, and as you can see, it is quite large. It is the size of my head. One thing you never want to forget with your Lahti is to remove your muzzle brake cover. Now we just click this in right here. So first we've got to get this thing loaded. You have to crank it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now to send my bolt home, there's a little grip safety right here. I squeeze that, and now we are ready to go. But before I shoot this thing, if you want to see more 20mm content in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Surprisingly small outer hole, but god damn. Hold back. Okay, we're not gonna get slow-mo for this, so I'm gonna try and frame by frame it. Oh god, I can't even. Oh, there it is. Okay. It comes through right here. Right there's the entry point. Boom. Perfectly lined up. Jesus, look at the ejection. Sudden emergency evacuation of all internal ordnance. Holy shit, like, let's get that. Just look at that. Holy hell. It just like instantaneous vaporization. Why? I wonder. I can't tell if it went through. It would have gone through over here. I don't see an exit hole. At least not from this angle. Wait. Wait. I don't see an exit hole. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it might have. Yeah, let it go. He'll be able to show us a better angle, I'm sure. It might be under the lifter, hon. It absolutely could be.
Okay. Let's go have a look at that. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to say that it's pretty obvious where our new hole is. It's right there, and it is perfectly thumb-sized. Speaking of which, if you need some 4th of July festive attire, you need to check out my Just Put a Thumb in It 4th of July shirts. Only available for a limited time. Link in the description down below. Now, let's have a look on the inside of this jet. I can go ahead and tell you, it's not looking too good in there. Before we open it, let's just take a look here. We have some green ooze right here on the glass. We have a chunk of something right there, and if you look through the glass, you can see that that divider is covered in green. There are several chunks on the dash.
And the instrumentation.
There's actually even a tiny piece all the way up here up front. And we 100%
there it is.
Completely through the jet this time. That is a very big jagged hole, and then it looks like it went all the way through, and then we hit our berm right here, and there is a piece of something. I guess it's a piece of the jet lodged into it. Also, we have green splatter.
Oh my God, it even took flesh with it.
Inside. And
holy hell.
Man, that's pretty gnarly. Okay, yep.
It cut him in half. It cut the fucking zombie torso in half. Holy fuck. Jesus.
I'm going to say that that's not good. That's definitely not good.
No.
Went through right here, hit the zombie directly in the side, blew completely through it, and then through the other side of the plane there. If you look up in here, there's all kinds of chunks and whatnot from the zombie.
Jesus.
And there's just chunks of the zombie everywhere. It is insane how much green there is inside this now. I mean, it's all over this, all through here, all through the bottom, down here, all over the place, all over the dash, all over the top. There's even a rib all the way up here in the front. I mean, I know that 20mm is pretty powerful, but I didn't really exactly understand just how powerful, and I think this is a pretty impressive display. Let me know what you think.
Well, and there's another factor that's probably not being addressed here, is the extent of the damage, I think, can also be contributed to the fact that it's such a tight, confined space that when the round went through the exterior of the plane and penetrated to the interior, massive pressure differential. That 20mm was traveling so fast with so much energy, you had a significant amount of a pressure differential once it punched through that plane. And so you not only had the impact, but that pressure resulting in, you had the round itself, which was already incredibly energy powered, incredibly energy powerful. But in addition, you have the pressure wave coming behind it in such a small confined space that added on top of the physical impact of the round. You had the pressure also contributing to that just massive explosiveness we saw on camera. So it was basically a 1-2 punch. It's different from when he's just got like a zombie torso on the table and he hits a round. In this tightly confined space, you've got multitudes of factors that are all contributing to the damage caused. Because we saw the result of this smaller caliber rounds just whacking the side of the plane. You saw the debris on the interior of the plane just go flying just from the impact of the small calibers. You take an even bigger caliber round like the 20mm that actually has full fucking penetration, and think of the pressure wave traveling right along with it. It's gonna send everything fucking flying all over the place in that tightly confined space. So I think that really contributed to that, the extensive amount of damage that torso took, why it took that much.
In the comment section down below. Okay, so now since this is an anti-material rifle, I'm gonna aim for the helmet. And this next shot is brought to you by STI. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description down below.
Did it get... Oh! Be fucked! Finch! Okay, we gotta frame by frame this. Holy fuck, the flames! Look at that! Then look at the flames this round caused going through this. Holy shit! And honestly, you could be right. The round itself may not have struck the helmet. But I think this may have been a result of that blast pressure. The round itself might not have actually struck the helmet. Possibly. Or if it did, it skimmed it. Like, when it struck, it, like, skimmed the back of it. So it basically sheared off that top layer. And then the pressure just opened it up like a tin can. Ugh.
So let's have a look here. It appears we have another very large hole in our fighter jet. And if we open this up, you can see that we also have a pretty good sized chunk missing out of our fighter jet helmet. I am an excellent marksman. All I was aiming for was the helmet, and that's what I hit. Oh, yes. So the helmet is quite damaged. The zombie, he just kind of got nicked. But I would say that was still... Oh, yeah, it's still quite a bit of damage. The 20 mil round then continued on through the other side of the fighter jet, and then...
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking, based on this damage, because fighter plane helmets are not all that thick. So we must not forget, this isn't a Kevlar helmet, okay? This isn't like this. This isn't the standard, standard soldier Kevlar helmet. Fighter pilot helmets, I don't think are made of such stout materials. So while I do think that the round may have caught the edge of it, I don't think the round actually blasted a hole through it. I think it caught the edge of it, opened the crack. It basically it hit it just enough to get the helmet like opened up slightly, and the pressure from that round is what basically peeled it open. That's my suspicion. So the bullet did probably strike a little bit, enough to break the smooth seal, and the pressure just ripped the rest of it open. That's my suspicion.
Then continued on through the other side of the fighter jet and then smacked our railroad ties. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I learned a lot today. I hope you did too. Let me know what you thought about this in the comment section down below and what you would like to see me blast with the 20 mil next. Be sure and give today's video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on awesome future content. And be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below. And also don't forget to check out the limited edition Just Put a Thumb in It 4th of July shirts. Links to those are in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time. What are you looking at?
Ow! Oh. Well, that was great. That was fantastic. That last shot? Oh, that last shot was good. The way you had literal flames coming through the exit hole, on the right side of the plane. Oh, that was amazing.